So, hey agents, I was just playing some Path of Exile 2 and crushing it with my ranger, but it got me to thinking, what if I could swap out my trusty crossbow for an AK-47? Well, with the success of Diablo 4 and now PoE 2, it's clear that everyone is addicted to this genre right now. I mean, even Elon Musk is paying someone to play for him. Now that's a top signal if I ever saw one. In my latest intel report, I have details on a new shooter that plays like Diablo, but is set in a post-apocalyptic world where you're blasting monsters and other players with shotguns, rifles, SMGs, grenades, and more, all to earn some sweet, sweet loot, but only if you can extract. It's mission time. Welcome back, agents. Secret Agent Stash here. We are at GIA headquarters, the gaming intelligence agency, always bringing you the latest intel on the newest games. So, like I said before, if you're a Diablo fan or you've been playing Path of Exile 2 recently, then you're gonna love this new top-down extraction shooter called Engines of Fury. The game is still in development, but I was able to infiltrate their servers to bring all you the intel on this upcoming title. I've actually covered Engines of Fury on my channel before, so if you've been an agent for a while, you might have seen some early gameplay from me already. Well, the team has a massive new update on the way, along with a new playtest where you can earn some rewards for playing. Starting on February 18th, you can download Engines of Fury on Epic Games for the first time to participate in the Cliffside playtest, which is Act 2 of the first initial season of the game. Each act comes with rewards for playing and testing the game, but you have to sign up to get access. I'll toss a link below in the description, but if you use code STASH when you register, you're guaranteed to get in this playtest. All right, let's dive into the gameplay here. Engines of Fury is a free-to-play game that feels a lot like Diablo, but with an extraction twist. You start off by customizing your character, which is fairly basic right now, but I assume will improve in the future because I need to look as badass as possible while roaming the wastelands, completing missions, and looking for loot, right? Look, the game will offer multiple game modes, including single player, co-op, and PvPvE, but I've only had a chance to really check out the single player mode so far. Now, it wouldn't be a good post-apocalyptic game if they didn't have a story about how we got in this mess in the first place, right? EOF has a pretty decent backstory for that too. There was a massive meteor crash. It contained some crazy mutagenic substance that started changing all the living creatures in the world to monsters. Survivors, they go underground to hide, but delving further into the mines they called home, they stumble upon some ancient technology, which they call the Engines of Fury. So these massive engines are pretty much all that stands in the way of total annihilation for these humans. The game starts you off with a quick tutorial that gives you all the skills and tips you need to play the game. Once completed, you head back to your hideout, which is an essential part of EOF. Your hideout is where you start missions, progress your character, craft new items, and repair your gear. Unlike Diablo or PoE 2, you're looting components and then you take them back to your hideout to make new weapons, armor, and more. Heading out on missions is where all the action is at, and with some huge new updates to the game, I felt like the overall experience was a lot smoother than the last time I tested this game. This new Cliffside update boasts a brand new wasteland location and a new map style that kind of ditches the endlessly procedurally generated maps for something a little more cohesive, and I love it! It's so much better than before. We also now have a day and night cycle with their own kind of unique enemy spawns and loot too, so that really does kind of mix things up, and I love that as well. Now, when it comes to the PvP in this game, it was always hard to find others on these crazy big maps before you had to extract. Now, they've actually added like little footsteps that like visually show on the ground, so it's easier to track other players, you kill them, and then you can take their loot and right back to your hideout with it, right? So there's a lot of really cool elements here that they're kind of bringing together in this game. The game loop right now, even in a pretty basic state, is still very addictive. I find myself saying, okay, Stash, just one more run, and then we'll get back to real work.
What a masterpiece!
But then I do like 5 more runs. I don't know what to say. Look, needless to say, agents, I do enjoy the game, and I think if they continue to polish it well, this one could be a winner. They just need to speed up the time between these playtests to keep their fan base engaged. Now that we've checked out the gameplay, let's talk a little bit about the crypto elements of this game. Engines of Fury is being built on Immutable, with their Fury token being created on BNB chain. And while BNB is not my favorite blockchain for gaming development, I do think the tools that Immutable provides for game devs is pretty solid. The Fury token token is used for several things in game, including minting your NFTs, buying cosmetics and upgrades, access to NFT pre-sales, in-game credits, and access to staking and play to earn rewards. The idea here is one limited supply deflationary token that provides all the utility of the game. The team has not done any NFT sales yet, but they do plan on having NFTs to represent your characters, your equipment, and even your customized hideouts. Even though the game is not fully launched, Engines of Fury has seen over 1.2 million of their Fury tokens locked up in staking, earning holders around 24% APY currently. That's kind of crazy. While the token itself has been on a major downtrend since their last playtest in late July of last year, I think we could see an uptick when this next playtest launches. As you can see, Fury is at about a 2.2 million market cap, with the fully diluted value being just around 10.7 million, which I don't think is horrible for this quality of a project. It's the long silences in between releases and the fact that the token is not being used in the game just yet that is really doing a disservice to that token price. Is the token a good buy right now? Well, the chart has bottomed out since TGE, and we have not seen it pump at all during recent uptrends over the last 2 months. So with this new playtest upon us, I think we could see some life return to the token, but I'm not sure we can get back to all-time highs of 89 cents previously seen last year. Now, don't get me wrong, building in silence has always been the industry standard for years, and the ups and downs of your token before launch don't really mean a ton if it's not incorporated into the game yet. Now, despite this, I think the team behind Engines of Fury is experienced enough to weather these factors and still be successful. The team comes pretty stacked with some industry heavy hitters that have worked at Ubisoft and Blizzard, along with some advisors like Jeff Burton, the co-founder of EA Games, as well as Michael Zink, the VP of creative tech over at Warner Brothers. Now, they also have David Fried. He's worked on the story and the lore for the game, and you might actually know his stuff from World of Warcraft or even Assassin's Creed. They got some heavy hitters that they're actually working with. Now, regardless of all the accolades and all the high-level team members, it all comes down to a couple of things: execution, marketing. That's every game. Even great games fail because of bad marketing and execution. Now, I really enjoy Engines of Fury, even in the closed alpha state it's in right now. And I think that if the team can continue to deliver some of these timely updates, listen to their player base for some good changes, and they're marketing to the right crowd when it launches, this could be the next top-down style game we see the Elons of the world pick up casually and enjoy for hours. If you love looting, shooting, and extracting all inside a post-apocalyptic wasteland, then make sure you sign up for that Cliffside playtest. It's starting Feb 18th. Link below in the description. All right, agents. Hopefully this detailed intel report on Engines of Fury comes in handy for your next gaming mission. Go out there and farm some rewards. That's all we have for today. And as always, this briefing never happened. Secret Agent Stash, over and out.
Secret Agent Stash. Secret Agent Stash.